Breaking news tonight, police arrested a substitute teacher at Toloso Midway High School, accusing them of being drunk at work. Superintendent Steve VanMatre joins us live now on 3 News at 6 o'clock. Mr. VanMatre, what can you tell us about this arrest?
Well, Rudy, thank you for allowing me the opportunity. As embarrassing as this may have been, on reflection, our safety and security protocols worked. You know, keeping kids safe is not just keeping them safe from an active shooter. It's a variety of variables, and when we have outsiders into our building, we're watching them. And we had a substitute today that apparently went home for lunch, came back under the influence. He was never alone with children, and we were able to detect it. PD was there in seconds. He was detained, ultimately arrested, and left the perimeter. No child was ever at risk, and I'm very, very pleased with the protocols in place at Toloso Midway High School because they worked today.
And that's key right there. So how was it that your staff was able to detect that this person, this sub, was under the influence?
We were testing today. We were doing interim STAR testing. He was in the gym, and he was in the corner, and you know that's odd behavior for an adult in the gym. So when he walked outside, his gait was somewhat erratic, and we were notified immediately.
Now, we know that after a substitute teacher's arrest last month at Cal Allen ISD, we did a story looking at the minimum requirements needed for someone to become a sub. Do you think that those minimum requirements are adequate?
Well, I'm comfortable, Rudy, with our background checks and minimum requirements. Where I think we need to look at is more training. Currently, we offer multiple trainings, but the substitutes that we allow in our classrooms only currently have to attend those once. I think we need to look at making those requirements a little more difficult so that we can have a closer look at these subs, because quite frankly, in 2023, we can't have school without subs. We need them in our classrooms. Our teachers go to training. Unfortunately, many of our teachers are sick and have to be replaced in the classroom. Our workforce is predominantly women, and when in our culture, when there's a sick child, predominantly, not always, but predominantly, the mom steps up. So we have to have an adequate workforce of subs. But again, in reflection, we can do a better job of training.
Words from Superintendent, Toloso Midway Superintendent Steve VanMatre. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Rudy.
Well, updating a national